to David Christopher's. It's another beautiful Saturday, or we hope it's beautiful in your neck of the woods. It is here in Alabama. Still a little warm, but cooling off every day, which really has us in the mood for fall. Anytime the temperature starts to get a little cooler here, everybody starts grabbing for their cardigans and their pumpkin lattes, spiced everything, and they start thinking about holiday decor. So today, what are you going to do with this?
Today we're going to show you a very quick, very simple wreath that you can do with not a lot of extra tools. It's just going to be something, I'll probably glue it in, but it's something that you really don't have to glue in. And then after I show you our quick and easy wreath, we're going to show you our subscription boxes and what you can do with the pieces that we sent to you if you were one of those people that subscribe to the subscription boxes.
Yes, and if you're not one of those people, don't feel left out because you can still purchase the items that were sent in the subscription boxes. If you check out the description, we'll have a link for that. But without further ado, let's get started.
Okay, so we're going to be starting with our pumpkin gourd spray, and I'm going to glue it in. You don't necessarily have to glue it in. We're really just going to slide it in through our grapevine, and then we're going to bend this piece more with the grapevine. So maybe I don't need to glue it in. Maybe I can get it to stay there on that little tiny screw that I've got it on too. And then we're going to take another piece and we're going to bend it the opposite direction. And just keep that same kind of line going with your spray. So we're going to just kind of keep going around the wreath, and you can, all these pieces are wired so you can adjust those. That does not want to stay.
Let's take a break and fix the screw.
I put some wire on my wreath so maybe it won't fall off of this screw that's trying to come out of the wall. And then I am going to take my little sunflower spray here. I probably will cut these apart just because I don't necessarily need the entire length of the stem. And this is one of those places where you could glue these. You know, put a little glue on there if you want to. Don't necessarily have to. But we're going to kind of bunch these up in the middle. I'm going to put one kind of a little bit higher up here. And bend my maple leaf around. Fill in some of that spot. And then you could really be done, but I think I'm going to add just a little bit of this sorghum and this brown color. Matches my maple leaves and gives me a little bit of a different texture. So, like I said, you could choose to just stick this in there. You don't necessarily have to glue this part in. That's entirely up to you.
And notice David is shaping the pieces.
I'm kind of pulling all of these are all wired individually, so you know, if you spread those out, they appear much more lifelike, and they also look a little fuller, so it gives you more bang for your buck in that particular space.
I would say that's one of the #1 mistakes that I notice new people who are new to florals making is not shaping their pieces and just using things as they come in the box. So pro tip.
Pro tip. It was flattened out for shipping. Make it a little fuller.
Yes. Kind of like your hair when you get up in the morning sometimes, you know, can be flat, needs a little shaping.
My hair's flat all the time. It only does one thing, straight. That's all it does. Maybe if I get like a perm.
Oh, imagine.
Like some fuzz and fro.
Imagine David with a perm.
Be like a big poof on top of my head.
Maybe a new look. Who knows? But there you have it. The wreath is complete. We will also have this listed as a kit. So if you want to purchase the wreath and everything you see in this video, again, check out the link and you can order the kit in one simple step and have that delivered to you and put this together in probably 5 minutes and have it ready for your door.
And very simple. Yeah, not a lot of, I mean, if you want to use wire cutters, great. It does help for like the sunflowers, but other than that, you really, and those are thin wires, so you don't need like a heavy duty pair.
And the wire cutters are just basic wire cutters, if David will stop moving them.
I think these came from Lowe's.
Yeah, probably Lowe's. Not anything special. You just go to any tool store and get yourself some wire cutters. Okay, so I am super excited about this part of the episode because I wanted to do subscription boxes and David was on board with it. And so we worked hard to try to find a way to offer that as a recurring service on our website so that you can automatically be shipped. We worked hard on trying to figure out what to put in them so that you could get a great value for your money.
And how to make it a really good deal.
Yeah, how to make it a really good deal. And so this, if you are part of our subscription service, which is now ended, so you can't jump on board this time, but you can buy these things individually. We will have more subscription boxes in the future, but this was kind of our test run. And so if you signed up, you're going to get a box in September, October, November, and December, and they're going to be well worth your money. This lantern by itself retails for $60, I think, $59.99, something like that.
Yeah.
But you got your whole box for the price of the lantern. And so if you subscribed with us.
And that's with shipping.
Yeah, that's including the shipping. We didn't charge you any extra shipping. So, I mean, it's a racehorse deal. But the candles that we included, the batteries do not come with these. So you will have to put your own batteries in. That was just an extra expense. And plus, we really just didn't want to ship them with the batteries.
You have to have a special authorization to ship certain batteries.
You're not supposed to just be shipping batteries. But anyway, we have added batteries to this one. And so you're going to place that inside of your lantern like so. How easy is that? And then you're going to have received, if you got the large box, you're going to have received this pick that you see David has used in the wreath. So you may want to make the wreath to match your lantern, but show them how the best way. I mean, there's multiple ways you can do this. But
yeah, we're going to show you a couple different options. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our tag off.
Which we don't always do that, but we are in this video.
Well, we're assuming this is yours at your house.
Yes.
Not
something that we're going to sell. I'll probably take this home.
So we're really just going to curl this around really tight. I mean, like almost making a candle ring out of our...
You may have to bring it more out from behind the lantern. There you go.
And then we're going to try to get it in here. It's a little finicky. You can take the glass out of the lantern, place your pumpkin gourd berry pick in, and then replace your glass. That might be an easier option. And then I'm probably going to move my gourd to one side. So I've got pumpkin gourd, and then I've got a little pumpkin over here. And this spreads out pretty nicely around there. So just something really decorative that you can use. And then we're going to bend the sunflower pick kind of in the opposite, well, actually, sorry, we're going to bend it in the same direction. But we're going to start a little further back. So we're going to bend a similar circle in our sunflower piece. And you're just feeding that kind of through. And that's really just to hide the wire part. And then we're going to try to get some of our sunflower in front of a pumpkin so they look more blended, and that will hold it in place also. And then we can just bend our sunflowers down to the correct heights or whatever we want to place those in. me get this last one kind of locked in. I think I'm gonna bend it around to the front, but they have really good wires in them, so you can bend them in whichever direction you want to go with it, and don't be afraid to be a little bit forceful with it. It is just wire, it will be okay.
Coming in for a closer view so you can see. You just have to work with this a little bit.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take longer than
A little
maybe
fidgety,
yeah,
but,
maybe like 5 minutes, but you do have to spend a little bit of time.
Well, it's just
shaping.
because if you don't want to cut it, I'm trying to make it where you don't need any particular tools or anything of that nature. So you just got your lantern where it looks good on all sides, and you don't have a lot of pieces that are like showing you the wires that you could have cut off, but you didn't, you know, if you did it just like I did it.
I'm already imagining where I could put this in my home. So send us some photos to our social media of where you put your lantern if you received this one. And we're going to move on to the medium-sized subscription box and show you how to put that one together as well. Okay, so this is the medium-sized subscription box. If you ordered it, it was a little less expensive, but again, you're basically getting the whole kit plus shipping included for the price of the lantern. And this is the lantern. It's just a little bit smaller than the large lantern, and it has a few different items with it. It does come with one of the pillar candles.
It's got a little bit smaller candle in it because it's a little bit smaller glass. And it does come with this little plastic piece on it that is meant to just protect your candle and a little artificial flame here.
I was going to take it apart for you.
Oh, sorry.
I love how you're just taking it apart and throwing the stuff in the floor.
That's where it belongs. You make a big mess and then you sweep it all up at one time.
So it has the little protective layer there. Just pop open the bottom, and it's very simple. Just put the batteries in like you would any other battery operated item, and pop the back on. Voila, there you go. It is ready to go. And these are pretty just by themselves. You don't even have to add. But the amazing thing about both of these lanterns is once fall is over, all you have to do is take the foliages and the flowers and things out, and you can use it for every day, or you can add some Christmas stems and make it coordinate or create it to coordinate with your tree and your other Christmas decorations. But for this one, we have 2 of the Hayride pumpkin picks.
Yeah, so these are slightly different in color, and we're really going to do a very similar thing with these. Even though you could choose to, you know, even with the other piece, if you wanted to let them hang off the top, you could just kind of bend your pumpkin stem around the top of your finial here. And if you had some ribbon or extra foliage or whatever you wanted to use, you could make them come off the top. But because we're just showing you really our idea for what we wanted to do here, is we're going to curve that stem, let it go around our glass. Got my berry stuff.
You popped off some berries.
And then we're going to bring some of the foliages around, because this is the only way to make it really hide everything that you're doing here. So that when we add our second piece is going to have the stem go underneath some of those foliages that you just placed in. And then we have to do the same thing with it. We have to kind of bend those around the other side so that it is well hidden. And we end up with some, gotta work on my fidgety bits here.
Fidgety bits?
Yeah. Bend some of this back around so that we had our stems there a little bit better, because we want to hide showing where we put everything together as much as possible. So we just have to bend that into place. I'm gonna move my pumpkin just a little bit. So don't forget that, you know, I don't like to see this part of my stem, and you can take, like I've got this ivy leaf piece right here that is wired, and I can bend it from this stem kind of backwards and hide some of that. So if you're having trouble, just keep moving some things around. I'm sure you'll get to a place where it looks more finished, and then you perfectly hide those pieces that you were trying to hide.
And there you go. 3 simple fall DIY for 2023. We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, the best compliment you can give us is to like and to subscribe. Leave us a comment. And again, find us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram, and you can message us your pictures, so that we can put it on our story. And sometimes it allows us to do that depending on your privacy settings. So don't be offended if yours is not shared, because it can be finicky sometimes. But we would love to hear from you. You got any closing words?
I don't know how Instagram works, so.
It's okay. We know, right? We know. Till next time, bye.